Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. We're jumping straight into a really magical story today called Lilo and the Magic Rainbow Toys. We are going to dive right into this incredibly colorful world without any delay, mainly because it perfectly illustrates this completely timeless lesson about human connection, or, in this specific case, a child's connection with his friends. So let's get right into it. So I want you to think about your absolute favorite thing in the world. Maybe it was a toy from when you were a kid, or maybe it's actually something you own right now. Have you ever had a toy you just absolutely did not want to lend to anyone? Well, that is exactly how our hero, a little boy named Lilo, felt every single day in his bright, sunny little town. Part 1. Lilo's Problem. He's a bit reluctant to share.
Okay, so Lilo's got this fiercely protected collection. We're talking a shiny red car, a blue train that goes choo-choo, a green dancing robot, and this really cute yellow dinosaur. Whenever his animal friends, Mila the rabbit, Bimo the tiny bear, and Tita the squirrel would come over to hang out, Lilo was totally fine with them being there, but he had a super strict rule. Don't touch my toys. Literally, whenever they asked to play with something, he'd just look at them and say, "Sorry, this is mine," leaving his friends to just awkwardly sit in silence and watch him play all by himself.
Part 2. The Magic of Rainbow Toyland. But while his friends are just sitting there looking kinda sad, something absolutely incredible happens. Suddenly, this magical rainbow light literally bursts right out of Lilo's toy box. Brilliant flashes of red, blue, yellow, green, and purple just start swirling all around the bedroom. And out of that crazy swirling light appears Pico, the rainbow friendship bird. Lilo is, understandably, completely shocked and asks who he is. Pico introduces himself, gives a massive flap of his wings, and whoosh, teleports Lilo and his friends right out of that quiet little bedroom and into an incredible musical world.
Imagine this sight. They arrive in Toyland to find balloon clouds floating up in the sky, these crazy colorful candy trees, and roads paved with giant building blocks. But the wildest part? There are thousands of toys actively dancing around and smiling. Pico drops a massive truth bomb on Lilo here. He explains that in this magical place, toys are actually alive and joyful simply because children love to share.
But as they're walking to the cheerful toy square, things kinda take a turn. The sky suddenly dims. Pico points up at this giant friendship rainbow sitting on top of Rainbow Hill, and it's losing its light. The red is looking super dull, the blue is pale, and the yellow, it's basically gone. Why? Well, Pico explains that it's fading away because fewer and fewer children are willing to share. Part 3. The 3 Sharing Star Missions. So, to restore the rainbow's light and literally save Toyland, Pico gives them a quest. The only way to bring those colors back is to collect these things called sharing stars. And here's the catch. They can only get them through genuine teamwork. Our heroes have to pass 3 cooperative trial levels. First, they've got to build a bridge out of giant blocks. Second, assemble a massive puzzle. And third, sing the sharing song. This totally turns their adventure into this exciting game where they literally have to rely on each other if they want to succeed. All right, mission 1, the giant block bridge. The crucial point here is that Lilo tries to be the solo hero. He tries to lift these giant building blocks all by himself, but they are just way too heavy. He completely fails. But then Mila steps in. Bimo helps. Tita helps. And by actually working together, they easily stack the blocks into a bridge. Suddenly, with a loud ding, the very first sharing star appears. Lilo kind of smiles to himself and realizes, wow, it turns out it's actually easier when we do things together. Moving right along to mission 2, the giant puzzle. Now, the pieces for this are scattered far and wide all over the place. Again, one person couldn't possibly pull this off alone, so the friends divide and conquer. They split the task of finding the scattered pieces working in perfect harmony. As that very final piece clicks into place, we hear a second ting, the second sharing star pops up, and the sky immediately starts to brighten up. Part 4. Lilo's Final Test. Finally, they come across this giant music box, and it is totally busted. It just won't turn on. Written right on top of it are the instructions, play the sharing song with friends. Pico turns to Lilo and tells him this is it, the ultimate test. Lilo looks at his absolutely beloved toys. He knows his friends really want to play, and for a brief second, you can see him hesitate. The old Lilo is totally fighting the new Lilo. But then he smiles. Overcoming that hesitation, Lilo actually hands over his prized shiny red car to Mila and his favorite green robot to Bimo, and he tells Tita to come play with them. He's doing it! He's finally sharing his treasures. And because they are sharing, the music box fires right up and they all start singing together. It goes, "Sharing is fun. Sharing makes us happy. I have, you have, we play together. Helping each other every day, friends become more meaningful. Sharing love and laughter, the world becomes more cheerful." As they finish belting out this song with just massive enthusiasm, a final super loud ting echoes across the whole land. The third star appears, and that friendship rainbow shines brighter and more colorful than it ever has before. The entire toy world is just cheering.
Part 5. Sharing brings happiness.
Whoosh! With another magical flash, the kids are instantly zapped right back to Lilo's bedroom. Everything looks exactly the same as when they left it, but Lilo, he is a completely changed kid. He looks at his friends, flashes this brand new smile, and immediately says, "Let's play together." They end up spending the entire rest of the day playing with cars, building blocks, and just laughing. He finally got Pico's ultimate lesson. Sharing doesn't mean you're losing a toy you love. It literally means you're gaining a friend. Sure, playing alone is fine, but playing together with your friends, that is just so much more meaningful. So I want to leave you with this question to chew on. What toy will you share today to make your own friendship rainbow shine? I really want you to carry the magic of Lilo's journey directly into your own playrooms, your own homes, and your everyday lives. Sharing isn't about giving things up. It's about building bridges, just like Lilo did. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. And hey, keep sharing that magic.